This video is brought to you by 9% and powered by Petty Vision Productions. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Lego! I ain't here to wake nobody up. I'm here to unplug you.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got a taste for blood and my tongue keeps bleeding. From the words I spit, so sharp, so freezing. So cold, behold, frostbite they feeling. I could tear you apart or I could go heal them. Don't believe in fate, don't believe in ceilings. I just need a taste and my mind starts feeling. I don't pace myself, I grind on kneeling. God loves.
What up, though? It's the word. You see the title. We about to get into it. Before we get into that, I would get into the chat, but there's no one there right now. So let's get on with the show. Let me delineate. Complaining without the intent to seek a solution can be dangerous, right? So I did a quick live earlier. I was walking and talking with the people. Right? I was taking my kids for a walk and just having a conversation. And what inspired that was a conversation I had with this dude I grew up with, a friend of mine. I ain't talked to him in a while, and he happened to check out one of the shows. Right, he was checking out the show about mindset, and he was telling me how it resonated with him. He was like, "Bro, you always say stuff like this, but as I experience it, I understand it more." And I'm like, that's dope. And the portion that he was talking about was how when he heard things, because I tried to get him in real estate with me, because we hustled together. So I know he's like a business minded man. He good at sales. So I'm like, look, man, let's flip these houses. And he told me, well, I don't want to do that because I got to study, I got to go to school, I got to do this, I got to do that. He was just telling me all the reasons why he couldn't do it instead of looking for reasons why he did. And I was telling him then, I'm like, you already defeated yourself, bro. Like, you telling me, you didn't tell me one thing of how you can get it done, but what you're doing is telling me how you can't get it done, what's going to prevent you from getting it done. And I was telling him, like, talking to him, I'm like, that's a loser's mindset. Like, you seek ways for things not to happen versus seeking ways to make it happen. So anyway, he was telling me how I resonate with him because he got a child, he got a daughter, and him and his baby mama been through some stuff. So because of what he went through with his baby mama, he took what she gave him, as far as him interacting or being in this child's life. If she said no, you can't see her, then he didn't fight. He didn't try. And now that he got his daughter more and she about to graduate and they having those conversations because she older, she expressing how she felt, he like, damn, and that's what he equated it to. So, me and him talking. Naga, what up, though? Appreciate you. So now that we talking now, and he has a more mature mind, he understands. And we was talking about, and then we got to talking about complaint, because he was talking about all the things that held him back, because he was complaining about his she took it got physical with them, and she didn't get the bad part. He got the bad part. He got the scar on his face to prove it. Took a knife to him, gave him the Joker smile, literally on one side. But he was saying, like, because of him, or he allowed that to prevent him. So he was one of the people who could complain about the baby mama. Instead of finding ways to be in his daughter's life, he just accepted what he was going through with the baby mama and said, well, that's preventing me. He used that as an excuse. And he was just saying that, so that's why we got into the conversation. And, Commander, what up, though, nine? Let me drop the link because I ain't gonna be up here too long. I'm just delineating on the conversation we had earlier, and I always watch the lives back. And shout out to the sister. I was looking in there, and I was looking at how she was responding to what I was saying, and words. We always go back to words, and me personally, me personally. I don't look at the word with any negative indentation, right? I don't look at words like they're good or bad, but I understand because using words like complaining can um, people look at that in a negative way. Like when we was talking about manipulation, like when you hear manipulation, you automatically think of something bad or negative. When in fact it's good manipulation. When we think about criticism, we think about something bad, but there's only one bad form of criticism. The other two are actually positive, right? And even when we was talking about observe, Gary broke that down. Most people think observe means see when it indicates something totally different. So, I was looking because, I was saying when you complain, a lot of times, um, let me say this first: everyone complains. Everyone, even by definition, the word complain itself means to address a dissatisfaction or to address something that's negative towards you. So everyone does that. We all complain. What I was saying, complaining without the intent to do something about it, to fix it. Because I was noticing, sis put, was the civil rights movement people complaining. And technically, yes, they were. But from what I was saying, without the intent to do something about it. So, like, even the civil rights movement people, yeah, they complained because there was a disjustice done against them. So they made it aware and then they took actions to correct it. They boycotted, they protested, and they fought for rights. They did something about it, right? Even like when I was using myself, you know, at one point when I said white supremacy doesn't affect me, it's because the areas in my life where I was affected by it, I complained about it, and then I found a solution. I felt like I was being discriminated in the educational system. I felt like I was being discriminated in the financial system. I felt like I was being discriminated at my job. So what did I do? I went and learned how to work for myself. Okay, I'm not gonna get no fair shake. This ain't my shit. This is just what they do. So what can I do about it? I can go find a way to create my own, and that's what I do. As a real estate agent, I became a contractor. I'm no longer an employee. Now I'm a contractor. I went and got my life insurance license. I'm no longer an employee. Now I'm a contractor. Now my fate is in my hand. Can they still discriminate? Yeah. But even then, like, okay, when I was doing life insurance and real estate, the company that you work for, the companies that I work for, they used to pass out leads, right? They used to pass out leads. And I didn't get the good leads, so I didn't care. You know what I did? I went and created my own leads. I went and found my own people to sell and to buy. So even that aspect of it, I didn't allow it to affect me. What I'm saying, to complain is to come plain, come as plain. I like that. I like that. But so what I'm saying is everyone complains. I'm not saying complaining. Um, I'm saying complaining without the intent to find a solution. That's all I'm saying. You know. So no, you should address problems. But my question is like when you because I practice things different. So what I would hope people consider when you are addressing a problem, have a time period from when you're addressing the problem to when you're going to do something about the problem, right? Like I see issues This is the easiest way I can say it, right? I can't solve problems for everyone, right? But I can solve it for myself. So that's what I tend to focus on. So like even being discriminated against in certain areas in life, I can't force everyone to come together and boycott and do what the civil rights leaders did. Maybe I could. I don't know. But I'm not trying to. What I'm focused on is what I can do about a problem. So um, that's why I say I've seen issues and then I adjust and address. Commander, what up, nine?
What up, Nine?
Dee 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 Dee. What up, Dee Dee?
Didi, Naga.
Oh, I didn't pin the
What
link,
up,
did I?
Gary?
Let me
I don't
pin it
know.
before it get lost. They get lost in the sauce. What up, though? Yeah, I was looking at the playback, and I'm like, oh, I think because like I seen what she said about the civil rights leader Martin, and then I seen what she
Yeah.
said. Well, let me be quiet because I'm like, oh no 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 no. I'm like, I think she misinterpreting what I'm saying. Like everybody complain. I'm not saying complaining
We
is
all
bad.
do venting, right? There's like venting, and then there's like bitching and complaining all the time, the same shit over and over again.
Even watch this. I'm gonna pull this up. Even complaining, like just the raw definition of it. That's why I said we all do it. It's nothing. I just feel like when you complain without the intent to do something about it, it leads to other things. That's how people. You can look up in psychology, right? When y'all get a chance, well, I can Google it, but they feel in psychology, the more you complain without the intent to solve the problem, the bitter you become. You become bitter,
Yeah, like
you
you're a
know.
victim.
Yeah,
But
and
some
it
people just
leads to
like to complain for just for the reason of complaining.
yeah,
They just
but
like it. They have no
but
intention of doing nothing.
and see, like I'm a oh what is this? Oh no, this ain't even what I thought it was. Pro writing aid. I never seen that. That's interesting. Okay, here this is what I was looking for. So even the just the raw definition of complaining, like without getting going into I don't know what is it? Oh, there we go. I'm so used to using Google and now I'm using Microsoft Edge computer. So the expression is dissatisfaction or annoyance about something. So I can say we all do that at some point. Like you say, we use other terms like venting, you know, but it's the excessive. When you don't have the intent, that's when I feel it becomes detrimental. When there's no, not even you knowing what to do, but just seeking a solution for what you are dissatisfied with. When you seek a solution, you may not have it yourself, but that's why you talk about it, right? Maybe you don't have it, but if you say it, maybe someone will hear it who has it. So I don't see a problem with complaining. It's
Hmm.
just the excessive without the intent. And I don't think sis understood. That's what I think she was just hearing that I was saying complaining is bad and not hearing the part where I'm saying the intent.
Yeah, I heard someone just yesterday like complaining about the HOA and about they don't let you do this and that and put decorations and then somebody said, "Well, who decides that?" "Oh, the board." "Well, why don't you go join the board or go to?"
Yeah,
"Oh, no, I don't want to do all that."
that's
"No,
what you
no, no."
complaining for.
No, no.
Because even I would tell people like this, even the people who complain about the presidential nominees, the people who we have to select from, the people who say I'm not voting, I don't think that's a complaint by them complaining about or saying they don't like these two people because now they're taking action. You're not giving me someone I feel is viable for me to vote for. So guess what? I'm not giving you my vote. That's not complaining to me. That's you took action. Okay, they didn't give you what you want, so you go hold your vote.
It could be taken like an action, yeah. Inaction or action. Either way it could go.
Mr.
Because I heard
33
I heard
himself. Oh my bad.
What up, Gary?
What's up?
Never mind. I don't
Go
want to
ahead,
say because
Commander. Finish what you're saying.
I heard somebody put it really bad, like between choosing the two. I don't want to say it. Never mind. Continue.
Uh, so, so word, my lexicon brother. You my lexicon brother, right? Let me ask you a question. Complain, right? Oh, somebody look for somebody. All right, we ain't got time for that. Um, when you put com, is complaining? Is that the prefix or the suffix?
Well, it's neither one. Now is a compound word.
Huh?
Is a compound word. Like a
What's that?
prefix and a
Com?
sub. Yeah, com is a compound word. If you look up hold on, let me look it up real quick. I
Look it
forgot.
up, and when you look it, I promise you, if you look it up, ask it if it's a prefix or a suffix, it's gonna give you everything that you need. You ain't gonna have this conversation no more. I promise you that.
Ooh, I'm interested. But regardless of the word, it's the
No,
actions
no,
of
but
people, right?
but it is, and I'm saying this for a reason because what he's saying is gonna if he looks it up, this exactly how I just told him to, like the suggestion. Look it up. If it's a prefix or a suffix, it's gonna say both. But watch what the prefix is, and when you
I'm
see what the prefix is become, you're gonna be like, I've been saying this the whole entire time. I promise you that.
I'm gonna look it up two ways because I looked it up in the etymology dictionary, which I knew what that meant, but I'm interested in the angle you taking.
Because it's gonna hit the way I'm about to. Well, if you don't get it, I got it already. But I'm gonna let you do it so you could put it up there and people could see how it really matches what you're trying to say before anything.
Now, are you looking it up? Are you on your phone?
I'm on my phone. I'm on Google.
Okay. Okay.
On
That's not the
on my
phone.
phone with Google, and it's gonna the first
So
thing it's
how
gonna
did
say is
you?
AI
How did you?
overview.
How did you look? Okay, I'm not. Let me go to Google. 'Cause I'm not
I put
pulling.
I put is com a prefix or a suffix?
Hold on, I gotta close this out to get to Google. Yeah, because I'm on a Microsoft, and
Oh
I don't
yeah,
have
that's
AI.
my buddy too.
Yeah,
Shout
I
out to
don't.
Microsoft. I just don't
Mm-hmm.
like the own. Oh, I ain't supposed to say that too loud. My bad.
Because
I like Microsoft.
Microsoft is straight.
I said I don't like the owner. I ain't say nothing else.
I don't know if I put the AI on here.
On the phone, it should come up automatically, unless
Oh,
you
let
got what you
me.
call it.
Well, I'm gonna be able to show it, but I can do it on my phone. I can
Well,
read
oh
it.
yeah, just read it because I got it on mine already. I already know what you're gonna say.
Yes, com is a prefix that means with, together, in association, or completely. Meaning, com is a prefix that means with, together, in association, or completely. Usage. It's used in the formation of compound word before B, P, or M. For example, the word combine use the prefix com. And see, I'm going to be honest with you, I never knew com as a prefix. I always knew it as a compound word. I
But
never knew it was a prefix or considered a prefix, let alone suffix. But um, right on the head is when you look up com in the etymology, that's what I'm familiar with. And the
uh,
etymology will tell you com is a compound word, and com is the same thing what that just said. It meaning with, together, from the Latin. So it.
so
Oh, go ahead.
yeah.
Oh
No,
no,
because
go
I was
ahead.
about to say because it's hitting everything that you're saying. This is the thing. It's hitting what you're saying. So if you complaining, we supposed to get together in association, togetherness, and figure out how we gonna make the next step. All of this
Mhm.
having a conversation, sitting back, not doing nothing, it's a waste of time. That's what you're saying. And
And that's
that's the total definition that it just read. It just read that.
and that's what I was saying like earlier too. The dangers of people because when someone is constantly complaining about someone without the intent to find a solution, what happens is other people who have that victim mentality or that um, the innate, to complain without seeking a solution, they go congregate, they go come together. And what are you coming together to do? More
To
complaining.
solve a
Whining and
problem.
complaining.
Yeah,
No,
that's what you
you
said.
coming together to solve the problem.
No, that's what we talking about doing. But I'm talking about when they don't have the intent to solve a problem and people congregate or come together. Now you just got a group of people complaining, not trying to solve anything. Just you
Oh,
got a group, you got people coming together with the mentality of victimizing. Like when we say come in unity, those people come in unity to complain.
If you have a group of
That's
women
dangerous.
getting together to complain about their husbands all the time, complaining about their husbands, they're not doing nothing about it. They're just getting
that's
together to
the first
complain
wife
about their
club.
husbands. Yeah.
That's the first wife club.
Lisa
We in the
J,
club.
what's up though, Lisa J? Appreciate you, sir.
What up,
Let's
Lisa?
normalize undressing our problems instead of. Oh, I like that. I like that.
I had one time this person that would always call me and complain about her husband and real hateful and real nasty. And then I tried to help her out. I was like, leave him. No, cause this. No, no, no. Look, I'll help you get a job. You can come and stay at my place while I help you get a place. All this stuff, and then all of a sudden, she didn't like the solutions anymore. It was about, no, I need to stay with him because he needs me. And then she had made all the excuses why to stay with him. I'm like, okay, so I don't want to hear the complaints anymore.
So but now so you from experience, not your own personal experience, but you have experienced what I've been talking like I don't want to because they watch the show. Is a situation. I'm gonna give you a hypothetical, right? Hypothetically speaking, say if I had a friend, right, and all he did was call me and complain about his wife doing this, his wife doing that, his wife ain't doing this, his wife ain't doing that. And like you said, I keep telling him like, well, just leave him. And the first thing he don't if he don't strategize like what you're right, well, I know that I depend on her for this, so let me figure out how to get this done without her. That's a solution. Okay, I know I have to leave, but I can't just up and leave. So let me find ways I can make this separation more comfortable. No, that's not what they talking about. They talking about I can't leave because of this. This person, I'm dependent on this person. I'm gonna miss this person. This person dependent on me. They find more excuses to stay in the situation they're complaining about instead of looking for solutions to get out of it. That's the whole point I was trying to make. When you have that mindset, that's what happens when you constantly complain without the solution. It becomes normal. And that will roll over to when I finally create the show Emotional Addiction. Everything that I've been saying for the last year, I promise you, when I break this emotional addiction down, it's going to solidify everything. You're going to understand why people get stuck in these mindsets. Is almost it's chemicals released in your body, right? Serotonin, dopamine, all these chemicals just from being in different emotional states. And when your body doesn't have that, you subconsciously seek it. That's why people get stuck in situations that's unfavorable because they don't know nothing else. Their body needs the release of them endorphins for them feeling like a victim, for them feeling sad, for them feeling their body literally depends on that. And all this is happening subconsciously. So people find ways to put themselves in unfavorable positions more than they look for ways to get themselves out of it.
And you're right about the bitter part, because it just like it brings on the bitter because they keep focusing on that.
Mm-hmm. And that's like like my dad got 2 or 3 different degrees. Like my dad whole side of the family, they successful in life. My mom is successful. She the only one of her siblings that moved out of the small town we was in, right? So my mom is successful. So growing up, and they didn't have nothing. My my dad will tell you how he had to walk school barefooted. He ain't really have to. He just like
In the snow.
in the snow, right? He'll tell you those stories. Miss Chicago, what up though? My mom
What up,
definitely
Miss
stories,
Chicago?
of not having. And I grew up like that, like in the backwoods, like literally eat growing what you eat. Like it wasn't. I didn't know what a fast food restaurant. I've been to them. I never ate at a fast food restaurant until I was 9 years old. I wasn't
Mm.
allowed there, you know. So, but the point I'm trying to make, it was like there was no option for you not to succeed or have something. It's like you just go get it the best way you can, and you keep trying until you achieve it. It wasn't no giving up. It wasn't no this was too hard. No excuse was valid because my grandmother came from down south. Both of them came from down south, and they had to bust their ass to get what they got, and they expected you to do the same. So it wasn't no. Um, I didn't know what racism was until I moved to Detroit because even then when I moved and I'm going back, like when I'm 15, 16, I remember my uncle that's a lawyer, right? I remember telling him, oh, my teacher was racist. And he was like, shut up. I don't want to hear that. That's an excuse. That lady ain't gonna stop you from doing nothing. And if she try, show her why she can't. That's what we do. She said if she stopped you is because you allow it. He was like, how the hell you think I'm a lawyer? I didn't really comprehend what he was saying. I didn't even know what he went through. My uncle he went to the Navy, became a JAG lawyer, right? Bust his ass. He was a mediocre lawyer, but I just found out when he retired what his position was. He was running Southern Cal University law department, all 3 schools. So he never, even though he faced racism and people tried to prevent him, he ain't allow it to stop him. My other uncle, my dad's other brother, he was the CEO at U.S. Airways. My aunt, my dad twin, she's on the school. She running a school district right now. His other sister run the water department. And we come from this is a small town area, So yeah, the people was racist. They just didn't allow the racism to prevent them from achieving or obtaining what they wanted. So they won't let us do it. All their kids successful. One of their kids playing in the NFL. The other one, my aunt Melina, her 2 kids own their own businesses. I'm doing
I
good. My sister doing good. It's just that was the
It's
environment
a
I came from.
mentality,
Yeah, so you see what I'm saying? It's the mindset, and I understand everyone ain't privileged to that. So
right?
what I do is come on here and hopefully I can inspire and motivate, or just give a different perception. So I don't be like when I talk the way I talk. It's because it's just my experience and it's just my life. And I'm not talking to say I'm better than nobody. I'm talking to say it's possible. That's what I'm trying to show. Like shit, if I can do
Yeah.
it, bro, I'm legally blind. My life has changed forever, but you would never hear me like if you ever talk to my wife, she'd be like, "Oh, you so strong because you don't complain about your situation." You know why? Because it ain't gonna do shit. It ain't gonna make me see clear. You don't think I miss driving? I used to work on cars. I'm a carpenter by hand. I can't work no wet saw. I cut my damn finger off. I don't have no depth perception. I can't even tell all the things I used to love, martial arts. I can't do a lot of that no more. I'm out of shape. This ain't the life I want. But guess what? The only person gonna make it better is me. And complaining
Mm.
about it ain't gonna do nothing about it. So I just got to put the work in, and that's what I've been doing. You ask Gary anytime he around between 6 and 7, what I'm doing, I'm walking. I'm out exercising. I done brought my standing speed bag up. I'm doing my cardio, hitting the bag. I'm gonna get back in shape. and I'm gonna
Yeah.
pass out trying to. Damn it!
No, we ain't doing all that.
I already
We ain't gonna have
passed
those. We ain't gonna traumatize them kids. Just stop that. He joking, y'all. He
out.
joking.
No, I'm
Look,
not.
he
That's
joking.
no. My wife will tell you. She made me wear my Apple Watch all the time because they got that fall. Like if I fall, it'll alert. Because no, I will push myself until I pass out. I ain't passed out in a year up until like a couple weeks ago. I didn't. Yeah, I'm leave it alone.
Hmm.
Had a
But
rough
that's why
one.
you gotta pace yourself. But see, it's like you're saying, right? Well, you complain to your wife, and now you and your wife have come together to figure out a plan for you not to have that problem anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It is a compound word, but you got to use the prefix in order for the compound to work. You understand? Like,
Mm-hmm.
calm plan. Okay, we need to get together to plan what we need to do to get out of this funk. I'm overweight. All right, so let me get up and put this on, and let me walk my 5,000 steps. All right, kids, y'all ride the bike. Come back home. All right, now we just gotta stop snacking at 3 o'clock in the morning. We know that's difficult for you to do, but you're gonna have to do that. When you become, listen, you about to steal everything I'm about to talk about. But anyway, in order to be great, you gotta sacrifice some things, right? Whether it's whether it's something that you think you love, something that you love, whatever. You gotta truly understand that you don't really need that thing in order to sacrifice it. And if it's that much of a sacrifice, it won't be worth it because you know you can do without it. So you have to go about it that way. So now you gotta, like I said, you gotta put that snack away at 3 o'clock in the morning while you're on live. Stop going to bed on that full stomach, and then get mad because your stomach is on 100 because it didn't digest, and you're getting up 2 3 hours later. The
I'm,
sacrifices need to be made to be great.
I'm gonna tell you an ancient Chinese secret. Nate the Great, what
Uh,
up, though, bro? What up, though?
okay,
Nate,
shall
baby.
I'm gonna tell you an ancient
Master,
Chinese secret, right? What do you need
Master
to burn fat? Do you know what you need in your body to burn fat?
Fat.
Protein. That's how you kickstart your body to burn fat is take protein. That's why when people work out, what do? They take them protein shake, right? So when you go to sleep,
And eat.
that's when your body naturally burns fat. So when I be snacking on protein. The last 3 weeks, I'm be honest, last 3 weeks. Before that, I was just eating, but now it's protein, and I'm seeing great results. But this is what I did when I lift weights all the time. I do it now. Like my routine is this: I go smoke when I get off. I come in, I hit the speed bag for probably about 15 minutes just to get my APT up. Then I eat some protein and then I lay down. So when I'm in a natural resting state, the what your body do is burn carbohydrates and then it burns fat. First it burns the carbs, then it burns fat. The protein is what actually makes the body go into that mode. As long as your APT up, your heart rate is up at that fat or burning calorie level. So that's the actual secret. But y'all have to, if you do that, and this is just advice from well, I got my personal training certification, so they can kiss my ass. So anyway, but when you do that, you want to do a workout before you eat and go to sleep. So don't just eat protein. Like where it said, if I eat protein and go to sleep, I'm burning fat. No, 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 that ain't it. You got to put the work into. You got to put your body in that mode. Even though in natural resting mode, you do burn calories when you sleep. But if you activate it, and sometimes it's hard because when people get worked up, they can't go to sleep. So I wouldn't advise anyone to do it if you ain't dedicated. But that's just yeah, that's how I got down. I'm down to 251 right now.
But people do the keto diet without even working out and they lose a lot of weight.
I don't like that because you can burn with that. Well, with that keto diet, you can burn muscle too.
So what
Muscle.
about intermittent fasting?
And that's
Intermittent
amazing.
fasting. It depends what you do with it. Again, um, it depends the movement you do with it. Resting, you ain't gonna do nothing if you fast. You have to be active.
I don't know about that one. My personal experience tells me otherwise. Like
Is it
you
different?
do all your.
Oh, go
I
ahead.
say that.
No, go ahead.
No, because for example, right? Let's say you eat at like your last meal is at 5 o'clock, right? You do your walk, right? It's already your sugar levels coming down, all that's coming down. You do the walk, you already burning that out, right? Now 7, 8, 9, 10. Now you don't eat till give yourself 12 hours. See how you feel within that 12 hours. So if you get up at 7, that's 14 hours. See how you feel within those 14 hours. I go hard. I'll eat at 5. I'll stop eating at 5 and won't eat till 12. So I give it 18 hours. If you do the research, it's going to tell you, all right, this is killing. It's knocking out all the negative, all the bad cells inside. Is restructuring the new cells and things like that. It start burning your fat because once you sleep, it is nothing inside your system. It can't burn what's not there, so it's going to burn the excess fat that you got while you sleep. And if you sleep like till 6 o'clock, you'll you'll more than likely be like you'll be energized, but then sometimes you won't be hungry until later on in the morning till like 11 o'clock, and that's when you'll probably start eating again. So all of that time is burning all the excess fat in your stomach.
The only caution I always tell with fasting is, like I said, the activity. Because if you don't tell your body to burn muscle versus fat, once it burns through the carbohydrates, it's gonna go to the next group. And if you're not working the muscle, it'll go to the muscle instead of the fat. So if you notice, a lot of people who fast, they lose muscle mass too, and that's why. Is because
Mhm.
they're losing weight, but what kind of weight are you losing? Are you losing it from the fat or are you losing it from the muscle? But
But I,
once you put the muscle in recovery mode, your body automatically shifts over to burn fat.
I think that's only if like someone's overdoing it, like they're doing it every day for a long time.
No, that's just how your body operates. It'll go if the muscle is not in a recovery mode, it'll burn muscle then fat. The If you work out without having carbohydrates, like if you start to work out without burning, I mean without carbohydrates, it'll go to start breaking down muscle before fat. Fat is a reservoir. That's like your body's extra energy source. The muscle ain't. So it'll go from carbohydrates to muscle to fat. That's why even when you like if you go to a personal trainer and you tell them I'm fasting, they tell you to be active. Do walks, do this, do that, so you can put your body in that state where it's burning fat and not muscle. Because
That's
the
why I
fat
said
is that's. Do you know if you consume anything your body doesn't break down? Do you know what your body does with it? Because your
it's
body,
still.
it stores it into what? Into lipids, into fat. So
Mm-hmm.
any substance, like all these artificial things, all that is getting stored into fat, into lipids. What your body don't push out like waste, it takes it and stores it into fat.
And it also helps you become insulin resistant, so on and so forth. That's
Hmm.
why I gave the example. If you eat at 5 and then you turn around and you walk the way that you walk, right? And then by the time you get back from the walk, your body is not focusing on the muscles, going to focus on the carb that you just burned, and it goes directly to the fat. And then as it going to the fat, even when you rest, it's still on the fats in your body. When you wake up, then you get yourself some water, or however you wake up in the morning. If you drink coffee, okay, cool. Water, cool. Then you replenish yourself with your meal of the day at 12 o'clock or around that time, and then keep doing that routine. See what happens.
Naga, what up though?
What up, Naga?
Good to the chat and the panel. What's going on with you guys, man? Great build.
Appreciate that. Hey, I like how you came in with that. I like how you came in with the complaint. I don't know if that's what motivated Gary to check to see if it was a prefix or suffix, but y'all both did y'all thing on that, bro. I appreciate that. But I did not know, G. I promise you. I never looked at com as a pretty. So that just you just added another tool to my toolbox. So now I'm about to go look at all the COM words and see how I can synchronize them to other things. And now I get
And actually,
inspired, get me into synchronism again.
yeah, actually, Gary, kind of, you know, open a little window, in my mind, for me to start looking at things. I was looking at it the way you was looking at things, because, often, I like to think the English language is a compound language,
Hmm.
right? So, is word it we is a is word combined together to create a new word. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? So when I hear certain words, I like to break it down. you know I like to break it down by the syllables, and the sound, how many syllable and how it sound, and stuff like that. So I was looking at it in a compound way, how you look at things. So I was just breaking down, detach it, but it's, like you said, it's all come together. This is why, what's so great about the English language. And also, this is why we have to be careful, because a lot of things or conversation can go over our head, especially when it comes to politics, when it comes to the media, when it comes to a lot of things. So, you know, uh, the way they're using these words, is is very vast. They got us to look at it, in a single way. You know what I'm saying? Like one way, but really, is no one way to look at it. You know what I'm saying? Is the context, is how you break it down.
Yeah, and that's and how like we all use the same words different ways, and like a lot like I don't put negativity, I don't attach negativity to many words. I'm not gonna say I don't to no words, but to many words, and um just giving a deeper introspection of what the word means, I think can negate a lot of confusion when we have these conversations, because like I think it's just a negative kind of even ignorant, right? If someone said, "Oh, you're ignorant," you think that's negative, like they saying you dumb or something. No, you just don't know about this subject. But you can't use that term freely or in the sense that it was even created, because people think is like you calling them dumb. Like, no, you just don't know about this. Everyone is ignorant to something.
That's right. Or sometimes it just be, it's just us ignoring it. That makes you ignorant
Mhm.
too. When you know something, that's right, but you're ignoring it for the sake of arguing, or for the sake of winning a conversation, or whatever the case may be. That's still ignorant. But yeah, I
Hmm.
agree.
And see, you just utilize that word. Well, yeah, you utilize that word and you give people another perception on how to use it. So sometimes when you know better and the person don't, just ignore it. Just be ignorant to it.
Hmm. That's right.
But I like yeah, this is dope conversation. Um, so let me ask you this. I know you. How do you feel about um, how do you feel about people coming together with the intention to make things happen? Like, what do you think some of the key things people need? Like, what, I know respect is one, but other than respect, what do you think we should start working towards coming in unity? Like, what do we have to solidify for it to work, for us to come together and be effective and efficient?
One of the thing, uh I look at the most is organizations. See, uh you know and I'm not just talking about people come together, or I mean, I'm when I say organization, I'm speaking in a sense of how religion is organized, how politics is organized, how uh the educational system is organized. you know that's what I'm so I'm talking about building, because a lot of time people think we could come together by doing our own thing, like, oh, as long as I'm supporting you in what you're doing, or you supporting me, then we're together. But I think coming together is much more than supporting each other. Is one thing to support each other, and is another thing, to come together. So that's what I'm when I say organization, I mean, doing having, we build certain, tangible things, that you know uh I'm trying to get the word, to
No,
describe, because I
you
know. Go
you're
ahead.
doing great, bro. Because like even like as you're saying it, I'm just thinking about what I'm trying to do, right? Because brother Gary told me something a while back. He said, if you want to come together, you gotta have a purpose. You gotta have like a mission statement, and that's I had it before, but that's when I really, really start pushing it. A better you is a better us, meaning the better we are individually, the better we are collectively. We coming together like our why. Why are we coming together? To become better. Become better people, better mothers, better fathers, better brothers, better sisters, better sons, but just better people in general.
I think the words that I was trying to find, or that probably could describe what I'm saying right now, is entity. you
Mm,
know we need to create entities, because at the end of the day, I might not be here no more, right? But the entity is still gonna be here, passed down, to the next generation, because the entity, is like the blueprint.
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I mean, and by building or creating organizations. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I was trying to you know you know align it with politics, religions and certain things, because these are entities. It doesn't matter who is in those seats. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That they will have to follow the blueprint, and if they not if they don't follow the blueprint, uh they're gonna be held accountable, by the members of the entity of these organizations. You know, that's what I mean by that. So I think the word I'm gonna use right now is the entity. So we need, if one thing that could help us is start building entities.
Well, how do organizations or other organizations, like, don't they like sell people like on a mission statement? Like they
Mm-hmm.
attract people by offering them like, oh, you're gonna live a better life, your kids are gonna be happier, or you're gonna come to the gym, you're gonna get leaner. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get healthier, you're gonna feel better. Like you have to sell them on something, on a
But well,
lifestyle.
Mm.
yeah,
Go ahead, keep hitting. Y'all keep smoking. Go ahead, Gary. You about to add something in there?
sticks, right? So they have to have marketing sales, right? That's what they are about. But you don't have to have a sales pitch. You don't have to have a sales. It could be uh so it could be a giving back, giving something back, to the people. It could be, okay, by you be become a member of this organization. Here is what you get. This is what, the organization offer. You don't have to be, money. You don't have to be, but it could be tangible things like, for example, like clothing, shelter, and the basic, clothing, food, and shelter. It could be those things that, where the organization is preparing you on how, to how you could be able to attain these things on your own, without depending on anything in any other system.
Let me get Brother Gary in here real quick because I want to say something. Can I say this real
I
quick,
was
Gary?
go
Oh
ahead,
no,
go ahead.
no, you. I just don't want to lose it. But you, Naga, you and Commander was saying basically the same thing. You just said different ways. But I like that, and that's what I was trying to do. But Commander just okay. Go ahead, Gary. I'm gonna say that.
No, because I'm gonna just ask Commander, what is the mission statement of the nine? Do you remember what you? Because you the author of what it is. So could you say what it
Actually,
is,
I am.
or whoever?
She just said it
She
better.
she so somebody
The
say
word
it.
said it. I just wrote it down.
She
Okay,
I
just
well,
just
said
took
what is
some
it?
notes.
Well, what's
It's
the notes?
okay. Let me give you the
Hey, I can't stand it. He put it up. But he gave what I'm saying is he gave commander the recognition of putting this together at a particular point in time,
no,
right?
because the way when she said it sounded better than what I said.
I understand that. So it's a league of extraordinary individuals decide to come together and
Did
use
I
their
lose you
various
guys?
talents to no, you here
Oh, okay.
to use their various talents to raise the level of consciousness and promote self-development. Each has their own channel, and
Yeah,
was
exactly.
that is what everybody's saying. The thing that you get in it, you becoming you're entering a group, but you're not losing yourself.
Yeah, you're
You
an
are still
individual.
allowed to be who you are. You're still an individual, but in the group concept, as long as you ain't losing yourself, the mission is still to be met. If we're raising consciousness, Word is doing it that way. Naga's doing it that way. I'm doing it that way. Tay's doing it that way. Whoever's in the group is doing it in their own specific way because everybody may not be receptive of the other person's way. So
But what
if
do
you
you?
go about it,
It's support. You guys are you guys are like support. You guys come together and support each other. Come up with
we're
different
not even.
ideas.
But it's not even. It's not that we're supporting each other. We're supporting the goal. The goal is to raise the level of consciousness to promote self development. So if we all work, like for example, if I say, you know what, or you like we just had the conversation about, fasting and all of that other stuff. That's a development of consciousness to decide, all right, I need to get myself together internally, whether it's in the physical concept to lose the weight, to gain my stamina, to do this and that, the third. There was three different ways to come up with the same goal, to lose the weight, or to get your breath, to get your breathing together, or to get your weight down, or whatever it was. We all just made a conscious effort to get to that same goal. And we did it in a group setting, but in individual formats. That's the mission statement. That's what you're giving back. And that's what you need to do in order to get the community, or however y'all produce it, or however y'all say it, in its original form. Until then, you got to get them on one page.
The way I'm looking at it, right? So, like I said, like support is one thing to support you, and is one thing, to do something with you. So giving back, my giving back, is from what I've acquired, from the organization, right? then I'm gonna find, I'm gonna play, take it upon me, to go back to the organization and help those that haven't acquired these things yet, because the organization, is supposed to be something that's nurturing our growth, right? It's not like is there to support me or support you, but uh, uh who's doing the work of the organizations, right? The organization, uh gotta be active. Somebody have to be doing the work, right? So in doing the work, that's what I mean by building this organization. It's not just supporting the people that's doing the work in these organizations, and
It's a collective.
and the giving back, like I said, is the work that you're doing, right, in the organization, and how it help you on your personal growth, then you're gonna take it back, because I'm looking at it as a nation, as a nation. So whatever you learn, however, the nation contributed to your growth. For example, you become a lawyer, you become a doctor. I'm just, using these things, so you see where I'm going, right? The organization, uh, uh, help you become a doctor that you wanted to become. So now that you're a doctor, how you going to give back to the organization, you know? That's what I mean. Is doing the work, and also the giving back aspect. I'm saying your country builds you up, your nation builds you up. Then after that you're going back to the nation, and keep it going. Pass it
Nah,
down to the next generation. But you got it.
Naga, you really don't know what you're doing. You feeding a monster right now. Because my brain is just because I'm everything that he was saying. Like I don't know if people see my intent, but even like from the branding to like even the Discord, I created a Discord so people have access to me. And anything that anybody in the nine need, I try to make myself available. If it's a talk, if it's any skills that I got. But listening to Naga, I need to be more intentional, and I need to be more precise of what, because at the end of the day, I created the nine. Tay helped me build the nine. All y'all helped me feel the nine, but like he just said, what the hell am I offering y'all? So I just have to find a way to offer more of me to what I'm trying to build, because I do want a community. I do want a tribe. I want more people to join. I want us to be able to network and help one another. But I gotta do it. I gotta provide um the compensation first to even entice people to come. I appreciate that, Naga man.
But what do you wait a minute? What do you mean by compensation?
I
No,
gotta
conversation. Did you say
no.
conversation?
I say compensation. I gotta give people a reason to join the nine.
Oh,
Other
yeah,
than
absolutely.
yeah, I just gotta give people a bigger reason, more incentive to join. What else can I
Oh,
offer?
okay.
Besides myself, like what
Well, I think you're doing great, on
He
that.
is doing great. That's why I'm trying to tell him. I'm
I
sorry.
gotta do more.
He has to well, you don't got to do no more. That's the problem. You don't have to do any more.
I'm gonna do more.
You just
I'm
have to,
gonna
no. Okay, you can do more. But what I'm telling you is the thing that you're doing is enough. What you're doing is allowing people to have something in an abundance of a thing. See, everybody's looking for lucrative things. Abundance could be lucrative, but in a form of satisfaction of self. And when people understand that there can't be no competition, there can't be no debate, there can't be no back and forth of what you're trying to provide for everybody.
Look, right? Yeah, he doing great, right? Another way for me to explain what I'm saying, right, is me creating a company, right? Before I could even think about the consumers, right? I gotta think about the position, right, that
employ.
I'm going to have for my employees, right? So I gotta have this position available. Then I gotta hire, employees, right? Then I could think about you, right? The consumers.
Yeah,
But this position, the position, is what make the job, make the company a company, you
yeah.
know.
The
So
infrastructure.
right, the blueprint, right. So it's like right now, I think, you're doing too much for yourself. Like where, is certain, things that, that could be filled with other people, right? Maybe these people haven't come forward yet, or you haven't, find these people yet, or maybe, you haven't think, of that yet, right? But that's what I kind of mean, by saying talking about organizations. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta have people in position, you know what I'm saying, to create these the environment, where the people that that need it, you know what I'm saying, where they could come in and participate in it, because like you said, you have everything that you already have the full package, bro. You know what I'm saying? People is not hip to it yet. You know what I'm saying? Because it's all about marketing, man. Like what Commander was saying. And I tapped in on that. It's all about marketing, but before the market, is two type of marketing. It's marketing for the consumers, then it's marketing for the
For the
employees.
employees, yeah.
Mhm.
Two different styles.
Most people on here just want to grow their channel. If they have a channel, they just want to grow their channel, right? They want to
Mhm.
grow their sub count, their views. But you don't want just someone that wants to grow their channel. You want someone that wants to give back.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's the and see, Miss
No.
Tracy.
Miss Tracy, you should have just hid. What
That
up, Tracy?
sounds dumb. Who created that? Oh, hell no. Mm-mm. No, I'm not touching this.
I had to play that for everyone who thought Seattle was gonna beat the Lions. Shout out to Miss Tracy. I still love you, bro. I still love you. I'm not even look. The Lions already whooped on them bad enough. I'm not even gonna say nothing else about it. We already talked about it. I'm good. Shout out to Seattle. They 3-1, just like the Lions. So yeah. Shout out.
Ah, see that
Shout out to Tracy.
he already made everybody miss the point. He's a nut.
But
He's a nut.
the main
Go
thing, the one of the main things I tried to establish is an environment where people can not only feel comfortable but they can thrive in. You know, um, so maybe I need to. It is I got. I just feel like I need to do more. I am gonna do. It's not. I feel like it, I'm gonna do more, and it's not a bad thing, y'all. I enjoy. I want criticism because I want to know what I can do better because I don't know. I've never built in a community on social media, so I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm learning as I go. So, but I don't
ahead.
want to just build any type of community. I want to build one where people enjoy coming to, where people can laugh, where they can learn, where they can grow. If they need to cry, they can do it. I want people to feel comfortable. So eventually everything I'm doing on here, I want to create my own website. So we not coming on YouTube. We not going on TikTok. No, we when we come congregate, we go be on our own shit. I mean, if I could create an app, I'm gonna do that. But I know I can create a website and do it. But if I can create an app, I'll do that next. But until then, that'll be dope. The 9% chat. That'll be
Maybe you
dope.
have to think of it like how you worked in broker sales and like that. Like the brokerage had to build themselves up first before they could get
Yeah,
other agents to come on board, right? So the broker was probably started off as an agent, then a brokerage, and then built that up and then brought people in. So you got to build yourself up first.
yeah.
Yeah, and also is the connection too. Is the connection you have, along the way. You keep those connections.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes you just like right now you feel like, well, it's just like Roman Reigns, right? You the head of the table, right? But even at the head of the table, you got to start branching, right? He got the twins, then he started add more people, then they started acting goofy. You got to put them to the side. You still got to bridge it down. So that way, when it comes up to your level of expertise, you will be refreshed. You can't drain yourself worrying about the lower tier of something. You got to keep refreshed for the upper echelon of a thing.
Commander,
So
I'm about to
you
get.
allow those people to do that.
I'm sorry. I just need to be rich and famous. I need to get rich and famous real quick, y'all. So help me out so I can hire a commander and make her like my Jiminy the Cricket. So anytime I need somebody to slap me upside the head, like, hey, word, do this. I have commander because she was it take a day sometimes, commander, to register things with me. So it's not that I was giving you pushback. It's just I was ignorant, right? I didn't know. And I told you that. Like I didn't know. So I went and researched it and did I say that on whatchamacallit's chat? Well, anyway, so I went and researched
It was on
everything on
mine.
TikTok. So now I
The
know how
tiki
to
taki.
do it. But if you didn't say that to me last night, I wouldn't even have researched it to build up the confidence to do it the right way. So I appreciate that. And it's many things, like even the transferring from one channel to another channel. I'm gonna start doing that in a minute when I go back live on whatchamacallit, get the people over here just to get them over there. Like Commander gave so much sauce. That's why I like coming in unity because even the what people may consider a small suggestion could actually be the missing piece to the puzzle that completes the picture. And I feel like everyone does that for me. That's why I appreciate y'all so much. BDB, Tay, Commander. Shout out to Sensei. I gotta call Sensei and see when he available. I gotta get him back on the. I think we missed this month. I think I had him on last month, but we missed September. We didn't have Sensei on. I've been trying to get him on once a month, but it's my fault. It's I put a lot of stuff on my plate, and then I kind of neglect other things. But yeah, let's get me rich so I can be a full time YouTuber. Um, if y'all make me rich, I'll do this full time, and I can give you a better product if I can get paid doing it. So, make word rich. Make word rich.
Because even if you go about it that way, what could possibly happen is even on this app, you can have your own network.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to do, bro. I think we can do it. I just want positive people who embody what I'm trying to, and I don't think it's not like my vision is not just like something that's gonna benefit just me. I think what I'm trying to do has the potential to benefit everybody. I'm just telling people like, hey, let's become the best versions of us. That's it. Let's become
Mm-hmm.
the best versions of us. That's what I'm about to be flipping the best version of you. You know, but that's all I'm trying to say. But guess what? It's uncomfortable. Because all of us got fucked up ways that we can correct and become better versions. All of us got vices. We all got different levels of ignorance to different subjects. So we all can pitch in and help one another better. Like a lot of stuff I be learning from y'all as I go and I implement it and I get good results. And I'm humble enough to say, hey, this person taught me this person taught me that. It's nothing wrong with learning from people. You know what I'm saying? I know my way ain't the best way all the time. So
And that's another thing that we have to understand too, even as you going about it in that aspect. Just because you gaining something from somebody else, it doesn't make you weak. It makes you stronger, right?
yeah.
Because I know people will come around and say, well, you know what? You supposed to be that guy, but you keep listening to your adversary or your adjective, and he looks like he's that guy instead of you being that guy, instead of it being vice versa. You taking the advice. And like, is a reason why presidents have cabinets. It is a secretary of defense, a secretary of homeland security, a secretary of agriculture. He don't have the answer, or she don't have the answer. But if you put yourself around the right people, it makes you look good. A great leader is a great listener. A great listener is one that understands greatly. So if you receive it as just as how I just said it, it makes you a great leader. That's how
But
you have to look at it.
look, right? Science don't have all the answers, right? But what science have, right, is a lab where they can practice, right? And they know by practicing, right, they're going to find the answer that they're looking for. And us, that's what we need. We need a practical organization, you know,
Mm.
where people
Oh,
can,
I got
go ahead,
I
you
got my
got it.
hand up. That's something that word he names that experiment and experience.
Mm. Bro,
That's
dude,
what he
Naga,
called it.
what Naga?
That's what he called it.
Naga?
That's
What
what he calls it.
bro? You about to look? We just about to kidnap you and put a 9 on your chest, bro. That's what we about to do. I'm just telling you. You keep coming over here. Watch. I got Gary like that. Gary kept coming. I was like, I'm gonna get you one day. One day you gonna be a 9. A Naga, you gonna be a 9 one day. I'm just telling you that now. I ain't
I,
gonna pressure you because if I when I
now,
put that,
I already told HR to just have the paperwork ready.
they just had the
I
paperwork
already told them. I
because
already told them. I said,
bro,
HR, get it ready.
everything you saying, that's literally what I'm doing, bro. Like this whole like the whole way I run this channel, I want people to come over here and have different opinions to see what works and what don't. I don't try to suppress no one's ideas. I don't tell no one, oh, you stupid. I don't do none of that. I want people to come over here and feel free to express themselves, to talk about different things, to have that experiment, that experience with me so we can experiment to see what works and what don't. You know, but everything you hit on the head from, you need to have a mission state. Well, you need to have something to offer to people. That's what I've been trying to do. I just don't. It's like you said earlier. Is I haven't. The right people haven't seen what we doing over here or what we trying to. Well, I ain't gonna say what we trying because we doing it. But the right people just haven't seen it yet, and the more people get get to see it, or the more movement we get, and what Commander said too, I just got to build myself. The more I build myself, the more what I'm doing gets seen. The more Gary grow, the more people will see the 9. The more Tay grow, the more people will see the 9. Tay growing exponentially, so expeditiously in my TI voice. That's how Tay growing. She gonna be at 9K in a minute. Um, but yes, but that's what we doing, bro. That's what we doing.
Yeah, man, because I think, I feel like, with the people seeing that, because, for example, we could sit and talk about, cars all day. We talk about mechanics all day, right? But the people that listening to us, right? They never seen us, working on a car, right? They never seen us, doing anything with cars. We do that. We have our little shop, in our house, where we do our little work, and then we're gonna come back, and tell the people how it worked. To the people, they're like, yeah, it sound good, you know, it sound good, but we can't, we don't know if it look as good as it sound, because actions speak louder than words. So by you could have a channel, you're not even saying nothing, you just have a camera on, and we're just working on cars, and people are going to come and start asking us questions, because they see what we're doing, since actions speak louder than words. Now they have things to say, they have things to ask you, now they're going to make you talk. But by us, just talking, and doing the work in the dark, people don't, looking at us like, nah, they just like another, somebody, another person, trying to get some money, trying to get some followers, trying to whatever. That's how they're looking at it, because actions speak louder than words. That's how, we think.
But it all starts with, I know people get upset when I say this a lot, but if you write the vision and make it plain, everybody can understand where you're going with this thing, right? For example, if you want somebody to do agriculture, you got to find the agricultural person. If you want to find a person, like he just said, that's going to do the mechanical part, you got to find a mechanic. If you're going to do all the coaching and teaching and stuff like that, that's what you do. If BDB going to be a host and have commentary or the big shows or
Right.
whatever, you have that over there. And that's how it goes. Tay with mukbang, Tay with all the life path numbers, all of that. She got that over there. If you need words of encouragement, I can have that over there. You got to make the network to where it's that broad to where you don't miss a beat. If you want to talk about sports, I'm over there. You see what I'm saying? Everything has to be covered. Every T has to be crossed. Every I has to be dotted. You can't miss it because if that I is not dotted, it's not an I.
That's right. That's literally, that's literally what we need, and that's what a net. I mean, by organization. Yeah, I could, like you said, I could talk about, the numbers, right? Or like you said, the life path thing, right? Astrology, right, and all that, right? And now I have a reference. I could refer to somebody. Look, you don't gotta believe me. You could go to such and such. You know, you know what I'm saying. Just like when we tell people, oh, you don't gotta believe me. You could do your own research. You could go on Google. You could go on whatever. It's the same thing. We could tell people, okay, you could go to Tate. You could go to Gary. You know, you could go to the commander. You know what I'm saying. You could go to this. So we have the direct reference. Where they're like, okay, let me just go and check out that person, and then they will literally get what they want. For example, like I said with the mechanic thing, right? I could talk about mechanic all day, right? And then I was like, okay, you don't gotta believe me. You could go, and you could go and check with such and such. You could just go do your own research. Go to such and such. He be working on cars all day. Now, when I went over there, now I see somebody working on cars. So not only I know you wasn't lying, but I got exactly what I was looking for, which is the
Mhm.
practice. Which is the practice. You know what I'm saying? Because believe it or not, the people, a lot of people is not stupid. They know what we're saying is the truth. You know, they know that we're not lying. They know we're giving them the truth, but they're like, yeah, I'm good on that. You know what I'm saying? They're good because how many times you probably sit and tell one of your friends that a good plan you have, and you tell them that, yeah, man, I need $5,000. Once I got $5,000, I'm about to do this and that. And they sit down and listen to the plan, and they're like, yeah, that's a good ass plan. But because you don't have their $5,000, they're like, yeah, man, I'm good on that. You know, just because you don't have that, they're like, yeah, I'm good on that. Now the plan can't go forward. You know what I'm saying? But imagine that you add that $5,000, right? That probably could have motivate them to go get their own $5,000 and do the same thing you're doing. Cause they not only see you talking about what you're gonna do with your $5,000, but you talk about what you're gonna do and you actually have your $5,000 and actually doing it you know so that right there going to like I said, motivate them, for them to try to get their own $5,000, or even ask you how you get $5,000 so they could do it with you, do it the same thing too. But if it's just the idea, and I don't even do the work to try to get my $5,000, to support my idea, they're gonna look at me like, yeah, it sounds good, but yeah, I'm gonna pass on that.
All right. Rach, what up, though? Appreciate you, sis. Riders in the building. And that's
What up, writers?
that was my whole push too about doing this mentoring thing. Like if I do it, even building a nine, bro, it's like if I build it, they come. If I just got because I had the idea since I came on here. Since I came on here, I always said I was trying to build a network, and this I did the whole mind, body, soul. I had so many. I still got so many big ideas. I got a 5 year plan for the 9%. But in 5 years, I expect to have my own website where we can put all our content on, you know, and we ain't got to share revenues, everybody can eat. When I think about building something and then involving people, like what you were saying about the infrastructure, bro. Like if you sat down and listened to me talk about 9%, how it's run, you'd be like, this ninja crazy. Everything you just said, even to the point where how Gary said, we don't want people to lose their individuality, because that's one of the reasons people don't want to join a group, because they feel like they have to sacrifice their own personal, especially on this internet. Everybody got their own channel. I'm not telling no one to put their channel on the back burner for the 9%, but allow the 9% to add to your channel. What we create, everyone should be able to benefit from. When people hear 9%, they should think about me. They should think about Gary. They should think about Tay. It shouldn't just be word. I don't. If I didn't have to be the face, I'd be cool being incognito, just being in the background, implementing plans and strategies. But I got to be the face, so I don't mind
No,
that.
you don't. And that's the thing. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. You don't have to be the face. If the plan
God
is,
damn
if
it,
the
somebody
plan,
else step up there.
no, but that's the thing. But that's what I. But no, see, this is you though. Your mind races so much. You can't sit still. You can't sit still. If you sit still and allow the plan to work, let the roots get in there. Then come on out and observe it. But your mind races so much, you don't know how to sit back and see you'll see the negative side before you see progress a lot of the time. Like, God damn it, I gotta put out content. Why? Because ain't nobody seen that, and ain't nobody did this. No, just sit back. If we go on Sundays, we go to the Battle of the Beats. We over there. If Tate does a mukbang the next day, we over there. If I come out with sports, we over there. If you come out once a week with whatever, we out there. We don't have to show ourselves 24 hours a day. We just gotta show ourselves one time, and that one time could be powerful enough to say, "Yo, we got a new member here. We got a new subscriber here. You got a new somebody join in the channel there." You got to just sit back real quick. Like, look how many times you like, all right, I'm going to start Petty Vision. And then when I come back, I'm going to do uploads. No, you're going to burn yourself out. Stop burning yourself out. You can't refuel yourself. You need something to refuel you. Let you reserve your energy until it's time for you to come out. Let the big problems come up to you. Let everybody else handle the smaller problems. That's like when you made the example, like, all right, I'm not coming down where people are. I'm gonna let him handle that, and then when they ready, I'm gonna come. I'm gonna elevate them to me so they can understand something different. There's nothing wrong with that idea. You just gotta implement it. It's okay. You don't have to have you have to sit still and allow the seed to be fermented. It's still being
But I
fermented
want to
right
say
now.
this
Read it for
too.
a second.
Yeah, I want to say this too, because a lot of time we said it, we like to say, oh, we don't want to put all our eggs in one basket, you know. But I was listening to a speech, I think it was by Denzel Washington, where he was doing it in a college or something like that, and he was saying that he was telling the student, uh, you shouldn't have any plan B. You shouldn't have any nothing for you to fall back on. Why do you want to fall back? You know,
Yeah,
if
burn the
anything, you should
boat.
go ahead. Go
No,
ahead.
I
You got
think
it.
I think I know what you're talking about. It's like burn the boat.
I'm
Right.
what you just said too. Kobe Bryant got a famous quote. I'm gonna put all my eggs in one basket, and if they fall, I'm gonna just get some more eggs.
You feel me? So instead of us thinking like, oh, let's not put all our eggs in one basket just in case the basket fall. Nah, we should think about, okay, we're gonna put all these eggs in one basket and make sure that basket don't fall, right? Instead of saying just in case, why we should leave room for the basket to fall and and lose the little bit of eggs we have in it anyways. So if we got eggs in it anyways, we shouldn't want it to fall. So I'm gonna put all my eggs in that one basket and make sure that that basket don't fall. You know what I'm saying? So I was just saying, it is good, to allow people, uh the to have, a choice of their own. But anything, any organization that have real, progress, you know is either that or not, or not. Is either you in or you out. Ain't no organization ever really, successful, by, especially the lead, the founders, right, being one foot in, one foot out. you know so it's like I said, it's good to allow people to have, their choices. But we have to also be aware, is the choices we allow people to have, that's, going to slow down the process. That's why we seeing it. That's why we seeing the growth very slow. How we seeing it, is because, you know we not it's not just that, we're not just focused on that one thing. We got like, 10 or 5 more things that we have to worry about. It's not just that one basket. We got 5 other baskets. We have to make sure that's being filled with eggs.
That been filled. And I
The
want
chick.
to I want to quote my
Oh,
daddy.
that's it. Go ahead. Go ahead, word.
I just want to quote my daddy too, real quick. Bronze, what up, though, brother? Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Shout out
What
to my
up,
daddy.
My
fam?
God, Ron.
'Cause my daddy tell me this. He said, I only got one plan. I just got options to that plan. So,
Hmm.
same thing. So, yeah, that's deep. But go ahead, Gary. I just wanted to say shout out to my pops.
No, because I was about to say it's just like I mean I was going to ask a question, but that may be too personal for you guys, right? Because I was going to say, do you have a prenup, right?
I
Do
don't.
you guys have prenups?
I
You
don't.
don't? Why not?
Because that's not an option.
It what?
There you, there you go. That's what Naga's telling you. I'm just reiterating that. Because that's not an option, this is not an option either. Failure is not an option. I hate the fact that people get prenups because they're already planning to fail.
Hmm.
If you're planning to fail, what you even planning for? You might as well don't even do it. You stagnate the dream before it even gets started. You're planning to fail. Don't do that. If you're gonna
This sounds like an
date.
intervention.
It is. Man, y'all don't know, bro. Y'all really, because I got some more questions for y'all. Because I want all the smoke right now. I need all the smoke. Let me ask y'all this: do y'all have any ideas or have any ways that y'all think I can market myself better, like far as my channel and what I'm doing on YouTube, like, and be critical. You can be harsh with it too. I don't mind.
But how are you trying to market yourself? Let's start with that.
Oh, not good. As a
Yeah, you got that.
self development guru. I want to be. Well, I'm not a guru yet, but um, I'm marketing myself as a self development person, like a person that you can come to and grow. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. This is the crazy thing. I can market anybody. If I sit down, I can I can't market myself because I don't look at myself like people look at me. I don't know why. I tried, but I just don't. But I know what I'm good at. I'm good at a lot of things. But um
How do
yeah,
you exploit it?
That's
use
why
one
the
more
coach
time.
needs a coach.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
I got 2 coaches.
Everybody needs a
exactly.
coach.
I actually got 2 coaches. I got 2 coaches and 6 mentors. I ain't playing. I'm serious
And,
about that.
and what are their suggestions?
Um, well, my mentors tell me to stop doing this and just do straight podcasts. Uh, Everyone feels I give too much access to myself. Um, they don't like even the way we congregate now. They don't feel I should be doing it. They say that the
Why
less
do you
access.
disagree?
Who?
Why do you disagree with that?
Because that kind of negates the whole reason I come on here. I'm not really in here to be famous, and that's they're looking at it more like me becoming like a social media hit or something. That's not why I'm here. I'm here to actually build. So
An
me not,
influencer.
yeah, they looking at me to be like an influencer. I'm looking at it
You
like,
already that. You're already an influencer. No matter how you look at
Yeah.
it, they're correct. It doesn't matter.
no, they. I'm talking about like my main focus. Like that's my goal. I know that's happening. You know, I have the potential to influence just by hitting live and talking. People may or may not listen, but they're looking at it like I want to be a social media influencer versus me using this app to network and meet people and build a brand or build a tribe or build a community by using social media. Because I can't, like, bro, if I couldn't, like, even before I got on here, we had a group called Five Pillars, right? And it was a group of it was it started off with five of us, but we had a total of like 15 people, and this is what we did. It was a bunch of black men coming together, building with one another. So
Hmm.
I was doing this offline, like, and we were doing business together. Like, one of the dudes had I was doing real estate and life insurance. Any houses that I was selling and get ready, I had a boy who had a cleaning company, so we used to get him in there. Had another guy who did mark. I couldn't use him, but he made like my two commercials. You know, we had an engineer. He was good with audio, and we was about to do a podcast. Five of us, the original five members, was about to do a podcast, and I wasn't nothing but the knowledge guy. I was gonna be um, like the co-host. I wasn't. We had another guy. He like a radio dude. Like his everything, like his the way he talked, the way everything was like he did radio. So he this was his thing. So we would just do a podcast, and I was gonna be there for like the information. Um, but then that all fell apart, and I ain't had nothing to do, so I came on YouTube. So now I
Hmm.
don't look at myself. I mean, I know that's it comes with territory, but I'm not trying to be that influencer. I'm trying to be more of a. Um, I'm
Well,
trying to do it
let
in
me
real life too,
let me say
and
something right
use this
quick.
vehicle. Yeah.
See, from listening, right, and I could tell, right, that's true, right. You you it is better to listen to to them, because you know basically by you coming out here, doing what you're doing right now is doing exactly what they say, is making you become a influencer. See, so if by what you're trying to do, these things would have been behind the scene. These build, these congregations, right? Like what how we're building right now, that's something that would happen behind the scene, you know so you will have more time in your hand, because you have think about it, right? You're building a brand, right? So is certain uh it is time that you would need, right, to actually invest in the brand. But you have to you gotta go live, right? You gotta create these time to upload a video, to go live, to go certain things, when all this time could have go into the brand itself, right? Into the building, like I'm talking about, like, physically building the brand. You know what I'm saying? Doing the things that it need to, but because you gotta share your time, with doing live, uploading videos and do certain things. All that is making the brand building up slowly, instead of just go from 0 to 100 just like one shot. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I just now the brand is up, is fully up. You know what I'm saying? So now I gotta focus on different things on the brand, but you constantly gotta focus on everything at the same time, which is kind of like the same thing with the egg, with one eggs and uh I mean with uh uh not putting this, all my eggs in one basket, you know. So is turn out to be that, and building the brand itself. So we focus on all the different aspect, that's need to build a brand, instead of saying, okay, I'm just gonna go into focus on that right there, on just that right there, on just that right there, you know, and now the brand is up. So like I said, I think, the your uh uh who you said again? I forgot. You said you had people that was giving you advice and stuff like that.
Yeah, I got mentors
Yeah,
and I got some
yeah.
coaches.
So I think, your mentor is kind of right. You know, it is not, it it don't appear to be like that, because it's all, everything that you're doing is towards the brand. But if you just sit back and look at how you spread your time, right? How you have to manage your time, you know, 30 minutes here, hour here, 4 hours here, such and such, like, here within building the brand itself, you're going to see that, it's it, you know, it more making you an influencer, you know. It's like, for example, certain people, right? Could You never know, somebody could have been listening the whole time, and they taking all your ideas, right? And everything that you bring, you don't have to give them the whole thing. They don't have to, see. Once people see where you come from, they already know, and know where you at. People know where you're going. You see, the people that's really hip, people that's really, intelligent, once they know where you're coming from, where you at, now they know where you're going with it. So a lot of times, you know, people would take your ideas, and it could be a lot of ideas that you already put out. People already took already. You know what I'm saying? And but all of that is because, the way you make yourself available influence these people. To get the, to make these ideas theirs, because they all they have is time in their hand, just listening to, somebody influencing them and telling them to do this and telling them to do that, so they're just doing it. They could be, listening to you while they're doing it. You know what I'm saying? And that's speaking from experience. I had people do that to me. You know what I'm saying? Where, I had the plan. I was working on it slowly. But my influence on them. You know what I'm saying? Make them.
Made them
They
put it
took
into
they took
play.
the idea, and make it theirs.
And I just want y'all to thank Naga, Commander, and Gary for me not being on here as much because I'm gonna take that advice. And when he was talking, man, y'all got my mind racing. I done wrote down 14 different ideas since I've been talking to y'all. But I'm about to start working on something, so I'm about to get my butt off here. I'm excited. I hope y'all excited because I'm back into my mad scientist mode. So yeah, we gonna focus on building a brand. That's what I'm gonna focus on. And like Gary said, I don't have to be on here every day. I don't have to. There's other things that I can be doing. So I'm about to do that. I'm still coming with the content this week, probably Wednesday, Thursday now. I'm almost done with the thumbnails, but we're gonna talk about the root chakra. We're gonna talk about how to unlock it. I'm focusing on how to unlock it. If y'all want me to delineate on what the root chakra is and what it represents, I can do that too. But I want to focus on unlocking the chakras, helping y'all unlock it. So I'm gonna give y'all the meat and potatoes on how to do that. So I'm working on that now. But yeah, I'm gonna focus more on the content and focus more on the brand building.
Imagine, bro. Imagine you haven't go live for like a week. And I'm just saying, just, an example, quick example, right? You haven't go live for a week, and people is asking, yo, where you at? Where you at? Right? And then one day, boom, you go live, And oh yeah, for all my people that's been asking where I'm at, I've been working on this website. I actually got my website up. This is where I'm at. Now the people know, oh, this is why I couldn't see him live. He didn't go live. Now we got a website we could go to. You know what I'm saying? it's just things like that, by not going live, like you just mentioned this website, right? That's going to put enough time in your hand to connect with these people, or to connect with everything that you need, to build up this website. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And but by you not going live the way you're doing it, you still, not to say you're not going, you still going to be able to build it, but it's just going to come slower. You know what I'm saying? That's
Well,
just that
I'm
that's
good.
just yeah.
I'm
You
definitely
just
good with
can't
the slow burn.
those you can't stop going live like for weeks and weeks because then people forget about you and they're off to other
Yeah,
channels and other places and then they forget. That's how quick they forget.
yeah. That's
But if you're
Well,
gonna
that's
go
that.
live, be consistent like on what day if you know already like, oh, this
yeah,
day I know it's a good day for me. That way we all know what to expect and be
yeah.
there.
Well, I think I look at that. That's more the people that's just wanna be people that just listen. The we never forgot where the water at. For the people that don't have water running to their house, they never forgot where the water at. They always know, okay, I gotta go to the river and get me some water. The animals never forgot the bugs. They never forget where the light is at. They're always going to come towards the light because that's what they're looking for. The things that really that you depend on to sustain you, you ain't never gonna forget, you know, where to go and get these things. So
Mm.
we, of course, we have a lot, and that could be, where we separate in the grass, from the actual, fruits, from the actual, things that we need in the garden, you know so it of course, you're going to, if when you go live, if you had 10 people watching, now you're probably going to go back to 8 people watching. But no, these 2 people, they were just watching just to watch. You're probably just 2 people watching to steal your content. You're probably just 2 trolls. You probably, these people wasn't really real. They wasn't really there, watching, uh for a good reason. Most nine time out of 10 probably was watching for, a negative, reason. So we ain't worry about these things. I mean, these people. But and I wasn't saying also for him to, spend a week. I was just saying that just as an example. It could be just one day, you know, that he didn't go live. It could be 3 days he didn't go live, and he, he came up with a channel, or came up with a website, or something new. That the time he will go live, allow him, and because either way, we only have 24 hours, in the day, you know. So know how to, manage these hours, is going to help us, for a better cause. You know what I'm saying? Instead of, you know uh especially, we need to put more time in the thing that mean the most to us. If the thing that mean the most to us, and we put a little bit, we just feeding it, a little bit crumb, a crumb of the time, and all the time, the rest of the time, and we just wasting it, or not wasting it, but we just giving it away. You know what I'm saying? Then we should understand, why the things that important for us the most, is taking time, to grow, and the things that we're giving away, you know is getting, is getting bigger and bigger. So it's all about, balance. That it's all about balance, managing your time. But yeah, I don't want to be long-winded. I know you say you had to go.
No problem, brother. That's cool. I was gonna see if Gary Commander can stay up here at the end real quick. I just wanted to run some things by you real quick. But yeah, I'm gonna end this, and I appreciate though everybody coming through. We rocked out. Great conversation, man. Y'all don't know how much uh, information y'all got my head spinning. Mm.
Good
all
night,
I, all I'm
everyone. I'll stay up
Yeah,
here.
good night. Yeah, we ain't going nowhere. I'm here. Y'all have a good one.
Yeah, appreciate y'all, but y'all know what I always say. Care about how you feel. Leave the conversations of rumination. And if I say anything to resonate with y'all, do me a favor, hit that share button. Tell somebody, help me spread the word. But until next time, we out. I ain't gonna play the music, we just gonna end it.
Yep. Until next time, much love and respect to everybody.
You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. Looking for change, looking for pain. Pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane. Pick up the pieces and go rearrange. I'll be the best above all the rest, put me to the test and expect nothing less, you check as I'm chess, what's happening next, yeah. He got the venom, a tangible weapon, no coming in second. This life is a lesson, he got a new engine from pain, that's a blessing. New focus, no guessing, just wrote an obsession. All in his possession, you got their attention. I leave an impression and take a redemption. Just kill no discretion, your mind is a weapon. 11-11, it's time for progression, You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep